We're back in the Celestial Sapling in the town of... I've forgotten the town of Hearthsong, which is a district in the Twin Elms. We are working on the main quest. The quest is named The Assassin at Large. Theos has killed the Duke and Lady Webb and sent Defiance Bay into chaos, but Lady Webb saw where he intended to go next, the city of Twin Elms. The Glanfathans of Twin Elms have heard of a mysterious man, a foreigner, that recently broke into one of their forbidden districts, the Elms Reach. However, foreigners are forbidden from going deeper into the city. They said that Anamanfath Bethwell, currently presiding in the Passage of the Six, in the middle of Hearthsong, could grant me entry to the other districts. So that is where I need to go to pursue Theos.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah. I'm sure that I've clicked the thing. Where... Oh, I didn't have everybody selected. So I'm thinking about going back to Defiance Bay before I pursue Theos, because Pallegina wanted us to go warn the ambassador. So that means we need to go all the way back out here to the edge of the map. So that we can travel back to Defiance Bay. Apparently Defiance Bay is open again after the destruction that was wrought. Yes, it is open again. I can click on it. Let's go to the first fires. It will take me 1 day and 4 hours and 30 minutes to get there. I was thinking about this between videos. It's sort of odd that those kids were saying, like, oh, I've never seen one of you before. And, you know, these people are only like a day's travel away from each other. Alright, I paused there for a while to take care of the dog. She wanted to eat some food, so didn't want to have her slobbering and slurping and chomping all over the background of the video. So we are looking for the Vailian Embassy, and for some reason the dog is still bothering me, even though she's had food and she's been outside. I don't know why she's bothering me, but I will have to pause again for a moment. Okay, maybe now she'll settle down. Into the Vailian Embassy we go. Defiance Bay seems pretty calm after being burned to the ground, I have to say. Oh, something going on here. Pallegina, wait. There's a tremble in the ambassador's voice as he slowly and barely raises his hand to pause Pallegina's advance. There are men here. Men who... That's enough, Ambassador. We are capable of speaking for ourselves. The slight elf standing to the ambassador's side smirks and toys with a stiletto, lightly jabbing his captive in the ribs for emphasis. His bright green eyes turn upward to lock with Pallegina's angry stare. Oh, you leaden key bastards! What are you doing here? Your superior here, who told me that he didn't want you investigating, He told me that he didn't want you investigating. He scratches his head with the stiletto, a look of mock confusion on his face. Given his version of events, it doesn't sound like you're very good at following orders. We'll have to assume you're... what am I saying here? We'll have to assume your orders, like those of your idiot comrades at Stormwall Gorge, are also to kill us. If you haven't figured it out yet, that's not going to happen. Always quick with a smart remark, aren't you? I don't really find you that funny, to be honest. The elf holds the stiletto near the ambassador's neck. What do you think, Ambassador?
My vows are to ensure the safety of the republics. Sometimes that means breaking orders, not following them.
You tell him, Pallegina. Safety? The elf chuckles softly. I don't think the Vailian dukes are going to be too pleased that your insubordination left them with an embassy full of dead diplomats. I have a very cartoon villain voice.
Your first error was mistaking my countrymen for helpless sheep. Freros, Seres, children of the republics. Show these dogs the price of threatening our people.
It's a fight to the death. Who's, ooh, the Vailian people aren't really doing that great.
What?
To be honest with you. Wait, that guy's running away. Why is that?
This thing isn't doing the job.
Oh, I gave the grieving mother a knife. I don't think, oh, Vicent Agosti is looking rather poor over there. Let's try to rescue him. If we don't save anybody else, let's save him. Ah, we did it. What? What the? Why the? Holy, what the? Why the hell is the? Why is he attacking me? Vicent Agosti killed the Leaden Key leader. Wait, I tried to charm the Leaden Key leader so he would stop attacking Vicent Agosti, the ambassador. Vicent Agosti killed the Leaden Key leader. And now suddenly, Vicent Agosti is attacking me. Sagani is shooting at them. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to kill you then, if that's the way you want it. I will charm you first, though. There. Attack somebody else. I don't know why we're killing the ambassador. Task failed. The Forgotten. Why was the task failed? Why did they attack? What? That one's not even in my list.
You should have listened to me, Postanago.
Palagina stands over the dead ambassador's body, tears brimming in her eyes, her feathered hands clenched in frustration.
We're going to find this Casita Abatzi, this Theos. He's going to pay. Diverus.
Is there anything else we need to do here, Palagina? No, but I will need to speak to the Amananfath at Twin Elms. I still fear making this deal will further weaken the Deerwood cause. I fear... Jesus. I still fear making this deal will further weaken the Deerwood. Will further... This sentence doesn't make any sense. Making this deal, making what deal, will further weaken the Deerwood. Further weaken the Deerwood. And will cause conflict with the republics in the future? I don't understand that. I don't understand that sentence. Why, am I missing something? I feel like there are words missing from that sentence that are making it nonsensical. Okay, well, I am not sure what you mean, Palagina, but I support you. Whatever you're saying, I support you. I don't understand what you're saying, but I also don't understand why we killed the ambassador. Why did you guys kill the ambassador? Mr. Ambassador, sir, why did you attack me? That made no sense. Oh. Okay, for a second there, I thought the ambassador was part of... Is the ambassador part of the Leaden Key? That can't be right. Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't understand it. Well, everybody in the embassy's dead now, I guess. Well, they had a lot of money, though. They don't need that money anymore, so we'll just take all the money. Anybody alive back here? Nope, they're all dead. I don't understand what just happened there. I don't get it. I think we failed. Whatever we were supposed to do, I think we failed. I don't know what we were supposed to do, but... I feel like the ambassador was not supposed to die, and the ambassador was not supposed to attack us. I don't know what caused that, but anyway, let's go see what's going on at the Duke's Palace. I'm glad to see they put out all the fires that were burning here. Bunch of people standing around. Maybe, what's her name still in here? You know, I do need to, I need to talk to those two other factions and get their support. Sidley, how's it going? I can't believe the mob left this place in one piece. With Duke Avar gone, we've got our work cut out for us. Who's in charge of this place now? Who's running the show here? Oh, we're not allowed in there, huh? Who's running this? Who's running the kingdom now that the Duke's dead? This man busies his slender hands, filing scored books and rolls of dusty parchment, according to some obscure yet deliberate scheme. That's the record keeper. He's not talking to us. Yeah, so I need to get the support of the Dominels and the Crucible Knights. I thought there were these three factions. I thought I was supposed to pick one of the three factions to support, and it was sort of a mutually exclusive sort of a thing, so I went with the Dozens. But it seems like I need to gain reputation with all three of them if I'm going to survive the battle with Lord Gathbin, or whatever his name is. Let's go see what's going on at the Crucibles. The Crucible Knight Keep. Last time I was here, I believe I stole something. I never did really talk to them very much. Justiciar Aldemar. Hello. He shakes his head. Watch your step in there today. Every man and woman in there is mourning fallen comrades, and some of them are just looking for an excuse. Well, say, who are you? I'm a soldier of the Crucible Knights, and proud of it. I help keep everything running at the keep so that Commander Cliver can focus on more important matters. Are you looking for something, or just knocking the dirt off your boots? What goes on here in the Crucible Keep? This is the headquarters of the Crucible Knights, so it's where we store arms and armor, as well as where many of our soldiers bunk. Commander Cliver's in the back, making plans, as usual. You'll find the forge at the west end of the building, along with our master smith, Dunstan. There's also a shrine to the golem, if you're the praying type. Okay, that's all. I'm looking to see how I can increase my reputation with you guys, so that you will help me in battle. I guess we need to talk to the guy in charge. This is a record of active patrols and reported crimes in Andra's Gift. I'm looking for Mr. Cliver. Mr. Cliver. Alright, that's the, there's Wyla. We need to deal with Heritage Hill. I don't understand. Those blockheads really mean to take over patrolling an entire city? Her gaze is distant and empty. That wasn't even a battle, it was a slaughter. I heard you mention Heritage Hill. Is there something wrong there? She lowers her voice. What isn't wrong is the real question. A whole district of walking, flesh-eating corpses. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there. And yet this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumors about the place floating around the keep without my soldiers whispering about these, disappearances. I'd just as soon abandon the district, but if those monsters should find a way out... I kinda already fixed all the problems there at Heritage Hill, but I'll look into it. Wait, so you're one of the novitiates have been talking about. You're the one the novitiates have been talking about. If you're offering help, I won't refuse it. Certainly not from someone of your, exploits. I can't lose any more soldiers like this, not with refugees pouring into the city and the dozens stirring up dissent. Normally I'd say this is an internal matter, but I can't afford to mount an expedition right now, and I certainly can't afford a crisis of faith at the Crucible Keep. You've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. Okay, thanks. I'll get right on that. I'll definitely take care of Heritage Hill. Definitely will be dealing with that quest. Missing sentries. I'll get right on that. There's the war room and the forge. I feel like the war room is probably where I need to go to find the guy in charge.
We just don't have the manpower.
What seems to be the trouble, Commander Cliver? Our city is falling down around our heads, and those damned fools from the dozens attack us in the streets. I'd like to hang every last one of them. Well, why don't you have enough soldiers?
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Haelmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
Is there any way that I can help? I know how to handle myself. Always refreshing to meet someone who'd rather fix a problem than complain about it. Forge Master Dunstan is working with an animancy scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights, warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. Some agitator throws a rock at him, we don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armor, but we need the scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my novitiates have checked. Vienna lives with the rest of the Scriveners out in Copperlane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to the Scrivener's dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his area of expertise, anyway. Animancy is tolerated in most parts of the Republics, but some Valians prefer the community in Defiance Bay for their research. I hope she hasn't been forced out of the city, or worse. Once you've brought him the research, he can sell you any arms or armor if you have need. He forges and repairs all of our equipment. You won't find a more capable smith in Defiance Bay. Was there something else? So, you're in charge of the Crucible Knights? Here in Defiance Bay, anyhow. The High Justice is the leader of our order, but he's currently stationed at Fleetbreaker Castle. My job is to oversee our forces in Defiance Bay and to keep order for the Duke. Well, we used to before he's dead. Now that he's dead, I don't know what we're doing, but that's what we did before he was dead. So, tell me about the Knights of the Crucible. We're the only professional army in Defiance Bay, or in the Deerwood for that matter. We defended the city in Hadrit's day. We've improved our training since then, but Dunreed Rowe can certify that many of our officers come from good Deerwooden fighting stock. Well, everybody at Dunreed Rowe's dead, but I'll take your word for it. Now we're responsible for patrolling the city and keeping the peace. With so many refugees pouring in from the countryside, that's become more important than ever. Unfortunately, that's earned us enemies, particularly among the dozens and some of the more enterprising families in Defiance Bay. What do the dozens have against you? Oh, they're demagogues and troublemakers. They forget that Defiance Bay is one of the largest cities in the world and not some frontier outpost. Most of them are mercenaries on a good day and street thugs the rest of the time. Needless to say, we've no patience. They've no patience for law and order, and we've no patience for them. Tell me about these enterprising families. I think I know who you're talking about. House Demonel. They're one of the city's oldest noble families and its largest criminal organization. I knew that's who you were talking about. Well, their patriarch, Kedmar, has been trying to take advantage of the turmoil to expand his operations. We've kept on top of him, and he hasn't been too happy about that. I see. Well, that's all I need to know. Goodbye. Well, we got a new quest. Commander Cliver of the Knights of the Crucible has a plan to address the shortage of trained soldiers. He's asked me to meet with Vienna, a student of Animancy. She's compiled the research that should enable Dunstan to finish the forge. We should go to the dormitory. And then we will gain reputation with the Knights of the Crucible, which is what we need. Anything else I should do here? Nah, let's just get out of here. We'll just take some time here to build up our reputation with the two factions that we missed. Because I really want to win that battle at Yenwood Forest. There were 3 sets of reinforcements that Lord Gathbin brought in, which conveniently matches the 3 factions that I could have allied with to bring my own reinforcements. So we're heading to the dormitory, which is a place that I briefly looked into. I think it was in Copper Lane? When I looked in there was nothing in there. There was just a guy selling herbs, and that was it. Apparently, I needed to get this quest from the Crucible Knights before I went in there, and now I'll have something to do when I go in there. All these Scriveners, they seem to be either drug dealers or drug users. Now I'm looking for Viera. This was the only guy I could talk to before.
Good day to you.
Corin. I'm looking for Vienna. Have you seen her? Oh, I like Vienna. She's always talking about metal men, which is strange, since I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat Snowcap. His brow wrinkles. I don't talk about metal men either, and I do eat Snowcap. Huh. Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Andra's Gift to meet her friend Bessia. No, Klesia. Yes, Klesia. Klesia is the friend she's gone to meet. In Andra's Gift. In a house, not a boat. North House. Empty house. Andra's Gift has a lot of boats. We should go rowing sometime. He beams at you and nods his head. Okay, thanks, Corin. He's blitzed out of his mind. On to Andra's Gift we go.
But if your dukes ordered you to return home...
The safety of the Republics is being decided here. If I do what needs to be done, there'll be time enough to beg forgiveness when the dust settles.
You must do what you feel is best. I understand.
Well, the party's bonding again. We gotta find Sagani's mentor or whatever. Somebody standing on a cliff. Valia. Is that the name of the person we're going to? How are we supposed to know where to find Valia? I mean, we could always check in with the Salty Mast. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody in the Salty Mast knows everything. I could have checked the quest log to see if it told me where to go.
How do you do?
I'm looking for somebody, but I don't see a dialogue option for it. Let's check the journal. It's going to meet a woman named Klesia in Andra's Gift. They were planning to meet in an empty house on the northern end of the district. Yeah, I should have read the quest log. It just told me where to go. Always read the quest text, kids. There's an abandoned house right there. Let's just barge in. All of our weapons bared. Oh. Everyone here seems to be an addict. What are you doing in here? This is our place. I could really use a pinch. This man wears a worried expression, trembling from head to toe, continually licking his gums. A dozen tiny somethings squirm within the pot of rice. Ugh. Okay, I don't think that's the house I was looking for. It's not an empty house, that's for sure. Is there an empty house? There's another abandoned house. Let's go check this abandoned house. Knock, knock. Hello? Hello? I'm looking for someone. Hello? Dodwina. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at attention, armed but not in matched gear like the Crucible Knights. At the center of the group, one woman looms over another, holding a flail. She snarls at the cowering figure. You've got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this was just your scratch work? It's nothing, I promise. Just my notes. You hear a painful smack as the woman backhands her captive. We know you were meeting with the Crucible Knights. You think they're the only ones with power in this city? They call us the Dozens for a reason. Now, I won't ask you again. At a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. What's going on here? She tightens her grip on her flail. Nothing you need to know about. Oh, damn. Okay, I guess we're fighting then. They have an antelope companion.
Dead on.
I feel like I can just let the AI handle this.
Lava.
Oh, damn.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Yeah, that was... I feel like that's gonna hurt our reputation with the Dozens, you guys. Vienna's face is covered in bruises and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid hitching breaths punctuate her words. I was sure they were gonna kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing as her knuckle grazes a bruise. What just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my, friend from the Republics. Looks like I walked into a trap. The Dozens must have been watching me for a while. I'd been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly subtle about contacting me. About this project... It deals with a rather rare branch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific without Commander Cliver's permission. He commissioned it after all. She laughs nervously. You can see the trouble a little indiscretion has gotten me into. Well, tell me about yourself. Let's chat. While the blood is pouring out from these bodies onto the floor. Let's just have a nice chat. Over some tea, perhaps. Well, I studied animancy in Ozia back in the Valian Republics. I came to Defiance Bay to research local advances, but instead of going to Brackenbury Sanitarium, I found a position as a scrivener at the Temple of Whale. I've had access to many rare manuscripts that most animancers never see. Of course, I've had to keep my head down. I've been careful not to let the head librarian or my colleagues know what I'm working on. Okay, well, let's get out of here. The blood's getting all over my boots. She gnaws on a split lip. Commander Cliver of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him? I'd kept it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out. She took it from me when I arrived. She nods at Dadwina's corpse. Anyhow, don't wait on me. I can make it my own way out of here. Bye. Bye. Alright, I'll get your research. Ooh, unique heavy armor. Nice. And Vienna's research. Oh, there's another one over there we missed. Hey, let's steal some hammers and chisels too while we're here. And a campfire, yeah. I need one of those. And some loot. Alright, let's get out of here. Back to the Crucible Knights, which I've forgotten where they are. The first fires, I think? Oh, we have stronghold messages. Witch's Walk added. And taxes collected. But we lost 408 coppers to bandits. Witch's Walk. Every few years, an order of druids from around the Eastern Reach meets in Magran's Fork and performs a week-long processional along an ancient trail they believe was once used by the Engwithans. In recent years, the trail has seen little use by Kith, but is frequented by beasts and wilder. Due to the nature of the processional, the druids carry no weaponry and take a vow to abstain from violence. They are seeking trustworthy mercenaries and adventurers to help protect them during their observances. Hey, we can send, what's his name? I forgot his name. Kana. We can send Kana, the chanter, to do the Witch's Walk. And we still got an attack from cutthroat bandits coming. We got 3 days to resolve that. Back to the first fires. We're back in the Crucible Knights. We gotta go all the way back to the other place. Oops, walking through the training area.
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
I thought I was supposed to return this stuff to you, but I feel like I've got the wrong person. Sorry. Who do I return this to? Dunstan is the guy in the forge. Let's go that way. Mr. Dunstan, sir? The bottom of Dunstan's beard is singed away and he smells of burning hair. Even I didn't believe the dozens would go that far. Now we know what they're up against. Now we know what we're up against. Commander Cliver said you're working with an animancer to build Forge Knights.
So much for his talk of secrecy. I'm building Cleaver's Metal Warriors. He says they're what we need to keep order in Defiance Bay, so...
You sound just like the driver who was carrying me in the very first carriage out here in the game. You sound just like that guy. He died. Anyway, how are you creating these Forge Knights? Suits of armor and souls. Cliver's had me repairing and reinforcing unused armor for months now, just so we can fill them with some poor sod's essence. As long as that scholar girl's got her numbers right, infusing the armor with a soul won't be that hard. But that's not what bothers me. Do you disagree with Cliver about the Forge Knights? I disagree with him on near about everything, and this is no exception. These Forge Knights won't solve our manpower problem. He can call them what he wants, but they aren't knights. Doesn't take a Tumax nose to smell the trouble here. A group that can't stand together is headed for a fall. You're right, Sagani. You have it right. I can't think of anything clever to say. Dunstan folds his arm and looks at the ground. And don't get me started on the other problem. Those souls he's brought to power the Forge Knights, Cliver keeps telling himself that they came from willing donors, but he knows better. There's a reason you have to buy souls through less than legal channels. We should be clearing those scavengers off the road, not doing business with them. So you need Viana's research to complete these things, I take it? She's been working out a method to transfer the souls into the armor. Getting the process just right is critical. Bind the souls too tightly and you get something like those flesh constructs at the sanitarium, barely bright enough to avoid walking into a wall. But bind them too loosely and they'll be too self-aware for their own good. Mad killers in metal bodies. Ah. Okay. That's enough about the Forge Knights. If only. Something else on your mind? Hey, I got these pieces of a blade from the Endless Path. I found several fragments of an ancient sword. Do you think you could repair it? Dunstan gives a low whistle. That's a fine blade indeed. He holds one fragment in his rough hands. Looks Adiran, special made. Must have been a commission for a champion of some sort. He hands the shards back to you. A sword of this caliber would have had a specially designed hilt, too. It would be a shame to graft anything else onto it, and besides, it'll balance best with all of the original pieces. You find the rest of it, and I'll forge it for you. Oh, okay, well, I'll keep looking then. Someday I'll go back down there. Well, I got Viana's research. I think this is what you've been looking for.
That's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
You don't sound too happy about it. Well, I'm not. I'm surprised someone as strong-willed as you is going along with it. I've made it clear to Cliver that this is a mistake. Trying to harness souls like this, it's a crime against the gods, and it's bound to earn us more trouble than it saves. But Cliver's given me his orders, so I've got to build these things as best I can. Well, I'm just doing it for the reputation, really. I just want the reputation. I don't really care whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Anyway, Cliver's told me I'm to sell you any arms or armor you might want. You won't find better anywhere in Defiance Bay, I can promise you that.
Now, time to see if that Valian was worth all that blood and copper.
He takes a polished breastplate and goes to work. Immediately.
I'll be damned. To be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this well. Back to it. Cleaver will want me to finish the rest of them. And it sounded like he has a job for you, too.
Oh. Cool. Show me what you have for sale first. Do you sell any campsites by any chance? Torches now. I haven't found a use for torches yet. I don't know what they're good for. Forge Master's gloves. Heldrick's coat. Unique heavy armor. Exceptional plate armor. Well. The White Spire, a unique Estoc. Not so great. I delivered Vienna's research to Dunstan. He can now complete the Forge Knights. Was that it? Was that the end of the quest? Did we get some reputation? And I'm an ally of the Knights of the Crucible. Faintly good. Defiance Bay, I'm a friend. Wait, what happened to being a hero? I thought I was a hero of Defiance Bay. Isn't hero better than friend, or is friend better than hero? I'm not really sure which is which. Oh, I'm an eccentric for House Demonel. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I don't know. Faintly mixed. I guess they haven't decided on me yet. I'm a hero of Deerford Village. Moderately good. Well, I guess... what now? I think I'll stop now, because I've done a quest. We're gaining some reputation with the other factions in Defiance Bay. I guess I'll work on that before I move on with the main story. That's it for now. See you later.